Now we can use the exhausted element strategy on a different type of question. We're still using the June 2007 LSAT that's available for free as a PDF download from lsac.org. We turn to section 3, question 13, and of course we read the question first. Which one of the following, if true, would most strengthen the therapist's argument? Congratulations! You've got a client. You're even luckier. Your client is a therapist. But your therapist's argument could use a little strengthening, so we better find out what the conclusion is, because every argument has to have a conclusion. On line 2, it tells us, thus, cognitive psychotherapy is likely to be more effective at helping patients overcome psychological problems than are forms of psychotherapy that focus on unconscious beliefs. Well, why is that conclusion true? Well, right after that, we have the word since, and that's going to give us a piece of information that's the evidence. Since only conscious beliefs are under the patient's direct conscious control. And they're the only ones that do it. And then at the top it tells us that cognitive psychotherapy focuses on changing conscious beliefs. Can you see how our exhausted element strategy gets us to find the right answer? We've heard about cognitive psychotherapy in the evidence, and we've heard about cognitive psychotherapy in the conclusion. We're getting really tired about hearing about cognitive psychotherapy. By the way, what kind of psychotherapist do you think your therapist is? We've also heard about conscious beliefs as part of the evidence, and we heard about conscious beliefs as another part of the evidence. That's exhausted. We don't need to hear any more about conscious beliefs. Do you see the two things that do need to be connected up? In the conclusion, they told us about being more effective, and in the evidence, they told us about direct conscious control. Those two things have only been mentioned once, and your therapist argument really would be strengthened if you put those two things together. Look at answer B. It's difficult for any form of psychotherapy to be effective without focusing on mental states that are under the direct conscious control of the patient. That sure would help your argument. And your therapist might even thank you. Might even pay you. Because in the question it said what would most strengthen the argument, and in your answer you said it's difficult for any form of psychotherapy. And so if you can put that into the argument, that's a very extreme part of the argument, and that'll help you most strengthen your conclusion. Testing for the public. Nonprofit since 1985. No one makes things easier.